Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for those of you who are new here, my name's Amy. I'm a full-time reseller, primarily on the Poshmark app, and today I'll be doing a ship with me video. I like to do these types of videos because I think it shows you, what's actually selling on Poshmark right now and on other resale sites. Also what you can actually get for items right now. A lot of resellers will show their thrift hauls and they'll talk about comps and what they're going to list the item for, but it doesn't always end up selling for what you think it will. So I think these are great for learning, and quite a few people have commented saying that they've really enjoyed and appreciated these videos. So I'm going to keep doing them. And if you are enjoying my videos, I would so appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and it'll notify you when I upload new videos. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Both those things really help me out. They help boost my video placement in the YouTube algorithm, so it suggests my videos to more people. So it's just really helpful and I really appreciate it. Okay, well, I didn't have the greatest sales weekend on Poshmark, which is, I don't know, the last week or so hasn't been very great for me, but I'm just going to keep listing and stay positive, and hopefully things will turn around. I'm also listing more on some other sites to diversify more, so when Poshmark's slow, I can have sales on other sites. Okay, so the first item is this vintage Western style tooled leather belt. And I picked this up, here's the buckle, it's kind of interesting. I picked this up with quite a few other Western style belts at an estate sale. And I paid $3 for this. If you watched my videos before, you know I love selling belts. I like to keep my cost of goods for belts in the $3 on average range. I didn't know what that marking on the buckle was, so I asked in a few different reseller groups on Facebook, and a few people suggested that it might be the cattle brand for a certain ranch. I got 2 buckles at this estate sale that were like that, so I just put that in the description. I also used keywords like vintage, Western, cowboy, rancher, cattle rancher, anything that I could think of in that kind of realm to help people find this belt. And I had only had it listed maybe a couple of weeks, so I think I must have done a good job with the keywords. So I had listed it for $39 and a buyer offered me $33, which I thought was more than fair. Like I said, I had paid $3, so after Poshmark fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit $23.40. I'm not going to complain about that at all. For this belt, I am going to use this box number 4. Normally I like to use the 1095 box, but I ran out and they are on the way. So I'll just add a little bit of stuffing to this so it doesn't rattle around. Okay, the next item is this pair of Levi's jeans, and they've kind of got some distressing on them. They're actually 501s. They're marked 501 CT, and they're a newer style. They're kind of cropped and straight leg. I picked these up at a yard sale for $1, and I can't remember what I listed these for. I think 35 or 39. The buyer offered me $28, which was a little less than I was hoping to get, but because I had paid only $1 and sales have been slow, I decided to go ahead and accept it. Sometimes when my sales are slow, I will accept more offers, and it's not only because I want to sell stuff. I do believe that accepting offers and making sales helps boost your listings in the Poshmark algorithm. So the more you sell, the more you sell. So if I'm still making a decent profit on an item, even if the offer is less than I was originally hoping for, sometimes I'll still accept that. So like I said, I paid $1 for these. So after Poshmark fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit $21.40. I'm not going to complain, anytime I can make more than $20 on an item, I am happy. So I just have 2 things to ship out today. Like I said, it hasn't been very busy, even though I've been listing and very active. But I'm just gonna stay positive and keep up the hard work, and I will be back in a couple of days to share what else I sell this week. See you then. Hi there, it's a few days later and I'm back to ship out my sales, and thank goodness it's been a little bit better than the weekend was. The first items that sold were in a bundle, and they are 2 different rings. This is a vintage, probably from the 60s or 70s. It's a mask, and it is by Taxco. Probably not going to be able to read that, but they made sterling silver jewelry in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and they still make it today. If you go to certain areas of Mexico, you'll find it's pretty finely made jewelry, and the prices are pretty high. The next item is another sterling silver ring, and it has some sort of agate in it. And this one did not have any markings, but it appears to be handmade, and it tested as sterling silver. Now, I had both of these listed for a little while, and yesterday I relisted both of them, and this buyer added them to a bundle and offered me $90 for the 2 rings. I had this one listed for $89 and this one listed for $59. So actually no, she did not add them to a bundle. She made individual offers, $60 for the mask ring and $30 for the other ring. I wanted to get a little bit more for this other ring, so I added the rings to a bundle and said that I would do $100 for both rings, and let her know that that would save her on shipping costs as well. So she went ahead and accepted that $100. I had paid $3 for the mask ring and $5 for the other agate ring. So after Poshmark fees and cost of goods, that made my net profit $72. I am thrilled with that. I'm not sure if I already mentioned it. Sorry, I'm a little distracted, but I had both of these listed for quite some time. So it took a little while to get those prices for these, but they don't take up much space, so I don't mind waiting for higher prices on jewelry. And it just shows that if you have a stale item, it's important to relist items whenever you can. On Poshmark, you have to wait 60 days to use that copy feature for them to show up in the new listings if you do it that way, and that's how I did it. So I am thrilled to see these go, and also I'm very happy with my net profit on them. I am wrapping them up individually with ribbon. People really seem to like it when they get their jewelry with a little extra decoration on it. I used to put ribbon on all of my packages, but I just kind of started, it takes extra time, as you can see, so I don't do that anymore. Okay, I'm going to ship those in a small flat rate box, and I am going to add a little bit of tissue paper so they don't rattle around. Okay, the next item that sold is a Michael Kors belt. Now, I don't pick up Michael Kors very often unless it's really affordably priced or if it's a belt. I do pretty well with the belts. So this just has a round buckle, and then it has this neat little chain and charm detail. And this one is not, oh, this one is genuine leather. But I will pick up the Michael Kors belts whether they are leather or not. And if they're not, I just put vegan friendly faux leather. I don't put just vegan leather. I'll put vegan friendly because some people think that vegan leather consists of a certain type of content that's not just you know, plastic or whatever. But there are people who are looking for non-leather items, and so I will pick those up. I had paid $3 for this at a thrift store, and I don't like to pay much more than that for Michael Kors. If it's a really cool piece, maybe I would pay $5. I listed this for $39. The buyer offered me $35, which I was thrilled with. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit $25. I love it. I love selling belts. You guys, I'm sure, are tired of hearing me say that, but it is just really a great bread and butter item for me. And you know, as you see, I sell multiple a week, and it just kind of boosts my income a little bit. So that's really exciting. Okay, the next item is this kind of interesting semi-vintage lightweight jacket with seagulls on this. This is by Michigan Rag Company, and I had never heard of this before, but I was at a thrift store and I saw this print, and when I touched it, it had a really nice feel to it. So I decided to look it up because it was unique. And when I did, I saw that there were really good comps on eBay for this. So comps were from $50 to $125. Now, I listed this yesterday. It sold in less than 24 hours. So I think I probably could have gotten a little bit more money for it, but sometimes, depends on my mood, sometimes I'm ready to turn and burn items. So I listed this for $69. The buyer offered me $55. Well, he started out by offering me $30, and we went back and forth and settled on $55. I decided I just wanted to move this out because someone was interested right away, and so I was going to take that offer. I had paid up for this a little bit. I paid $12 for it because I had seen those comps. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, here, I'm gonna do this a little bit differently, that made my net profit $32. I am very happy with that, you know, for something that I listed and sold within 24 hours. I think that's great. And I'll be keeping my eyes out for this brand in the future. It looks like they do kind of interesting all over print things like this, and it seems to be pretty desirable for people. Okay. So the last item for today is this pair of vintage Western cowboy boots. These are, they don't have a brand name in them, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. I don't think so. They have a little A, maybe, with a circle around it, and that is for Acme Boot Company. And that is a desirable brand of boots. So whenever I see those, I will pick them up. And as you can see, these are scuffed up. The toes are quite worn, but people seem to like vintage boots with a little bit of character. So I will still pick them up if they're under $10. These I had listed for $59, and the buyer offered me $45. I thought that was pretty fair. I had paid $8 for these at a thrift store. So after Poshmark fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit $28. I'm not going to complain about that, and the buyer gets a nice pair of quality vintage boots for a reasonable price. When I wrap up boots, I like to put a little bit of paper in between the boots so they don't, it kind of protects them from rubbing against each other in transit. And then I am wrapping them in this plastic garment bag cover that I picked up at an estate sale. I like to use this large square box number 4, is that what it is? Box number 7. I like to use this for my cowboy boots, and I just kind of gently bend them in the middle and set them down in there, and I've been doing that for a few years and I've never had any problems with it. If it doesn't fill the box up very well, I will add something so that it doesn't bang around too much in there. Okay, that's it for today. I will see you in a couple of days to share what else I sell this week. Hi there, I'm back to ship up my sales from the last couple of days, and it wasn't too bad. The first item is this pair of Picolinos leather heeled kind of sandals. Now this is kind of a comfort brand, and they have a high retail value and a pretty decent resale value. I picked these up at the Goodwill bins, and for that trip my average cost of goods was $1.65. I listed these for $65 and a buyer offered me $20, which I try not to get offended by lowball offers, but that was just pretty ridiculous. So I counter offered her with 45, I believe. And then I sent out offers to all the likers for 20% off with discounted shipping, and then 30% off with discounted shipping. And one of the other likers accepted my 20% off offer for $49 with discounted shipping. And that other lowball lady had counter offered me like 25 or something. So I love it when that happens, when another buyer comes in and buys it for more. So those lowballers learn their lesson. But so anyways, this sold for $49 with discounted shipping. I paid about $2 for it, so that made my net profit $34.52. I'm happy with that. Sometimes you can get a little bit more for those Picolinos, and sometimes you can't, but I was happy with that amount. So the next item is this pair of Chelsea style boots. Now I picked these up at the store, or at the thrift store, because of the construction and the style. They just looked really nice quality. And they are walkover vintage. And it's kind of an obscure brand. But because they were such nice quality and they were only $7, I decided to pick them up. It did take me a little bit of time to sell them, but I listed them for $69 and a buyer offered me $50, which I thought was fair, and I'd had them for a little while. So I decided to go ahead and accept that. Like I said, I had paid $7 for these at a thrift store. So that made my net profit after Poshmark fees $33. I think these might have retailed for like $2.50 or something like that, and they were in excellent condition. But I just think it's such an obscure brand that not many people are searching for it, and so it didn't get a lot of traffic. But I am more than happy with a $33 profit, and this buyer will get a very nice pair of boots at a reasonable price. I'm gonna put them in this medium flat rate box. I like that because I don't have to add too much more packaging to it. So the next item is a belt, and it's just a dark brown color. I picked it up because I liked the square buckle and the mock croc. And this is actually by Casual Corner Annex. So I think maybe it's from the 90s or early 2000, but it was a nice quality and in nice condition. I listed it for $39 and a buyer offered me $30. If you guys watch my channel, you know that I am happy with most anything. Most any price for belts over about $18. I try and keep my cost of goods for belts in the $3 range. That way I can sell them for $15 to $40 plus dollars. So like I said, the buyer offered me $30. I accepted. I had paid $3 for this at a thrift store. So that made my net profit $21, which I'm very happy with. I love when I can make $15, $20 on belts. They're easy to find and store and ship. So they are a bread and butter item for me. The next item is this bolo tie, and it has kind of a black and white cord and a faux onyx stone here. I like to pick up bolo ties only when they are very reasonably priced if they're costume. So this isn't real silver or stones or anything. So I don't like to pay more than $2 for bolo ties if they are just costume, because they only sell in the kind of $15 to $20 range. So I had listed this for $29. The buyer started out, I think, by offering me like 12 or something like that, and we went back and forth, and they came up to 20, so I went ahead and accepted. I had paid $1 for this at an estate sale, so that made my net profit $15. Not a huge profit or sale, but you know, every little bit counts, and I like to mix in some lower dollar items to my closet just so there's something for everyone's, something for all budgets, because not everybody can afford to, you know, spend $100, $200, $300 on an item. And if you have these small dollar sales mixed in with your higher dollar sales, it just kind of lifts up your income. And yeah, so the next item is this pair of vintage ammonite, I think that's how you pronounce it, beaded earrings. Now, I'd had these listed forever. They were given to me. I probably wouldn't have purchased something like this just because, to be honest, I think it's a little tacky, and I think that the audience would be limited for it. And sure enough, it was. They took quite some time to sell. I think I started out by listing these at like $29 or something because they had that ammonite stone on them, and I had done okay with rings and stuff. But these didn't go, and so I had reduced it, I think, down to $18 maybe, and a buyer offered me $11. I was ready to move them out because I was sick of looking at them, and I hadn't paid anything for them, so it was fine to accept that lower offer. So after posh fees and my cost of goods, which was $0, my net profit was $8.05. So not wonderful, but for something that's free, you know, you can't complain with making money. So, well, that is the last item for today, and I really appreciate you guys continuing to watch my videos. I am having fun doing this and sharing my sales. Hopefully I'll be adding some other types of videos as time goes on, but these really are the most popular. I get the most views on these, so I'm going to continue to do them every week if I can. If you are enjoying my videos, I would greatly appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. It'll notify you when I upload new videos. If you could like this video and comment down below, both those things really help boost my videos in the YouTube algorithm, so YouTube will suggest my videos to more people and help my channel grow. So also, if you know anyone else who enjoys thrifting type videos or Poshmark videos, I would really appreciate it if you would share my video with them. All that helps out. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.